Hello student, today we will study first poem Photograph by Shirley Towson. Shirley Towson was born in 1924 in England. She was writer, editor of magazines. She came under the influence of Celtic Christianity. Shirley Towson has been writing books on the social history of the countryside since 1974. So just glimpse to the vocabularies. Cardboard means stiff paper. The word paddling. Paddling means walking bare feet in shallow water. Shallow water means जो पानी गहरा ना होता है वहाँ पर. Transient lasting for a short time. Snapshot photograph. Terribly, extremely bad. Labored, needing a lot of effort. Wry, disappointment. A title of poem is A Photograph. So in the poem A Photograph, which is written by Shirley Towson, in this poem she recalls, means poet recalls her mother and her memories while looking at the childhood photographs when her mother was 20 years old or so. She has been deceased 12 years ago and she cannot explain her grief on her mother's loss. So here poet's mother was died and poet is looking her mother's photo with her cousins. So this poem is tribute to poet's mother. अपनी मम्मी को याद करते हुए ये पोएम जो है वो लिखी गई है. So first of all, I would like to read or recite first stanza for you here. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girls' cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hand, and see the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transist feet. So the cardboard, it means cardboard is a photograph. So photograph shows me how it was, means poet is seeing or looking at the photograph. In the photograph there are three girls, one of her mother is there, okay, and the photograph. So the poem is a tribute to mother's poet. She is looking at an old photograph of her mother which has a frame of cardboard, जो frame की हुई है cardboard की, okay. The picture has three girls in which the middle one is the oldest and tallest. जो बीच में खड़ी है वो थोड़ी oldest है and tallest है. It means this is poet's mother's photograph and her mother was the oldest one and the tallest one. It is her mother when she was 12 years old. In picture her mother is 12 years old and besides her on both sides are two cousins, Betty and Dolly. Her mother's cousins' names are Betty and Dolly, who are holding her hands and are younger than her. Means उसकी मम्मी से वो दोनों छोटी है. They went for paddling on a beach holiday. Actually, in this picture, poet's mother and her two cousins are on beach. Okay, they are standing in a seashore. Her uncle is taking the photograph. The poet could not help but notice her mother's sweet face. Here, poet is looking at her mother's sweet face. The sea touched her terribly transient feet, which depicted that she changed over the years and she remained the same. Okay, so here in the photographs, her mother is standing with her two cousins and their feet are, जो उसने जूते जो है शूज़ जो है वो नहीं पहने थे and their feet were in the shallow water. Poet also recalls that this photograph was taken when she was not born. अभी उसका जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था, उससे पहले का वो फोटो है. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, was there terribly transient. It means that the same, what is same? Her mother is not there, but yes, that ocean is there, the sea is there. नेचर नेवर चेंज्ड. जो कुदरत होता है वो कभी चेंज नहीं होता. मनुष्य जो है वो आते जाते रहते हैं. And also in this photograph, when the photo was taken, her uncle was taking a photo, so the poet's attention is drawn towards his mother's face, which is described as a sweet face. At that time when the photographs was taken, her mother's face was so sweet. The photograph was taken long before the poet was born. जब उसका जन्म नहीं हुआ था तब लिया गया था. The poet calls their feet terribly transient, as they were so young by then and now they had grown older. On the other hand, the sea which touched their feet has changed less. Little bit change जरूर हुआ है, but her mother is not with her. Yes, the sea is there, but her mother is not with her. Now the second stanza. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. She, Betty, and Dolly. She would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holidays was her past, mine is her laughter, both wry with the labeled ease of loss. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of these circumstances there is nothing to say at all. It's a silences. The second stanza describes that after 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the photograph. Means her mother would laugh at the photograph. You know, sometimes what happen when we see our old memories photo, at that time we laugh on our look, we laugh on our costumes, we laugh on our clothes that we wore in the past. She would tell me to look at her cousins Betty and Dolly, and how their parents would dress all three of them up for the beach. Okay, so after many years after poet's mother showing her a photo, her past photos, and she is saying the poet that, and showing हर कज़िन्स, पोइट्स को अपनी कज़िन्स बताती और कहती है कि देखो उसके पेरेंट्स ने उसको कैसे कपड़े पहने हैं बीच पर जाने के लिए. दे वुड हैव प्लान्ड टू टेक अ फोटोग्राफ बिफोर हैंड. उसने प्लान किया हुआ होता है. दैट इज़ वाई दे ब्रोड द कैमरा विद देम. द पोएट ऑल्सो रिकॉल्स द सी हॉलीडेज वॉज हर मदर्स फेवरेट मोमेंट फ्रॉम द पास्ट. And to go on beach, it was the favorite activity of poet's mother. She would like to go on beach, and whenever they go on trip, they would like to go on the beach. So beach was the favorite place for poet's mother. While the poet's favorite moments from the past was her mother's laughter, and here now it was past when her mother used to see the photograph and laugh. तो मदर जो पोएट इस वक्त याद करती है कि उसकी मम्मी वो फ़ोटो को देखकर कैसे हंसती थी, उसकी मम्मी वो फ़ोटो को देखकर कैसे वो उसकी मेमोरीज़ को रिकॉल्स करती थी, रिमेंबर करती थी. बट नाउ मदर इज़ नॉट विथ हर. उसके साथ अब उसकी मम्मी नहीं है, बट सी रिमेंबर्स कि ये फ़ोटो देखकर उसकी मम्मी कैसे स्माइल करती थी, कैसे हंसती थी. Both the women would think of those past memories. Both the women means poet and poet's mother. Poet's mother used to recall the memories when the photographs was taken, and poet recalls the memory when her mother used to see the photographs and recalls her memory. कि दोनों जो वुमेन है उसकी मम्मी फ़ोटोग्राफ को देखकर हंसती थी और अपनी मेमोरी को याद करती थी, और जो पोएट है उसकी मम्मी जब फोटोग्राफ देखती थी वो मोमेंट को अपने जो ब्रेन है, हार्ट है, उसमें कैप्चर करके रखा है. दे ट्राइड देयर बेस्ट टू एडजस्ट टू व्हाट दे लॉस्ट. मीन्स पास्ट तो कभी हमारे पास आता नहीं है, पास्ट नेवर कम्स. ओके, सो बोथ वुमेन रिकॉल्स देयर मेमोरीज whatever now they have not with them. पोएट के पास उसकी मम्मी नहीं है और उसकी मम्मी के पास वो समय नहीं है जो पहले वो बिताया करती थी. The last stanza of the poem is now she is She has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of these circumstances there is nothing to say at all. It's a silence, silences. So last line, this the last stanza showing us that the poet says that her mother died 12 years ago, the same age her mother was in the photograph. उसकी मम्मी की जितनी उम्र की वो हो चुकी है, मीन्स पोएट इज इन द प्रेजेंट टाइम. Whenever the poet thinks of her mother's death, she cannot explain what effect she has of her mother's death. She cannot explain in the words what did she feel. कि उसकी मम्मी की जो मृत्यु हो चुकी है, now she cannot explain in the words. Death has silence, and her mother's, which has also left her speechless. Now she becomes a speechless. अब उसके पास कोई शब्द नहीं है डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए, because she recalls and remember her mother's a lot. बहुत उसको याद करती है. Okay, so this poem, a photograph, and the title of the poem is a photograph, or we can say that this is an appropriate title, क्योंकि in this poem poet is looking at the photograph and she remembers her mother's, so the title is appropriate and suitable to the poem. Now let's talk about the literary device. In this poem there is a literary device, alliteration. So in the poem the literary device alliteration is used. Now let's talk about alliteration. Repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of two or more consecutive words. The instance of alliteration in the poem are which are: you just see in the fifth line, all three stood still, consonant sound is s. Okay, or next in the same line, means fifth line, all three stood still, so stood still is alliteration. And in the same line, through there, so th and there, so th and th, so same consonant. See in the seventh line, my mother, so my mother's ma and ma sound, so there is alliteration here used. Last line of the first stanza, terribly transient, so it's also t and t, so same consonant. And last stanza, last words, silence and silences, so here these alliteration is used here. Now next is oxymoron. Now what is oxymoron? So oxymoron is a literary device. Oxymorons means a term which contradicts itself, means two opposite words are there. So you just see in the poem, two opposite words are there, labeled is. So you can see in the stanza, second stanza, last line, labeled is. Labeled means hard work, बहुत मेहनत करना. ओके, एंड ईज मतलब कि ईजी जो होता है, तो दोनों हुए ना ऑपोजिट वर्ड. कॉन्ट्राडिक्स मतलब दोनों में थोड़ा ऑपोजिट कॉन्ट्राडिक्स दिखता है. एंड द लास्ट वन इज एपिथेट. Epithet, it means a phrase expressing a quality of a person or something, किसी की क्वालिटी बताता हो. सो हियर टेरिबली ट्रांजिएंट, तो यहाँ पर जो समंदर की जो क्वालिटी बताइए, टेरिबली ट्रांजिएंट. सो इन दिस वे these three literary device use alliteration, oxymoron and epithet. Okay, so the student, today's homework, this think it out. There are 7 question and answer. So first of all, you just write the vocabularies that I explained in explanation. So first of all, write the 6-7 something vocabularies are there, word meaning are there. First of all, that how to write in your homework book. Then write these 7 question and answer in your homework book. Thank you and have a nice day.